teams requiring the victory to move into the upper bracket semi-final as we move into that final map of the series.
TYLOO have only dropped Inferno to other Chinese teams, at least in official HLTV matches. This would be the first time that they do drop it to a SEA team in quite a while, if it does happen, and I don't think it will. Either way, Beyond, they're starting out on that CT side. They're not too unfamiliar with this map. TYLOO, even if they were unfamiliar with it, which they're not, they certainly won't be, as you can see they're exploring all parts of the map, stomping through carpets, potentially make their way up Banana. Never mind, Olivia's not even going to allow them to. He's going to take matters into his own hands, actually pushes into somebody and takes him out of the equation early on, and now TYLOO pick up the pace towards this A site.
Going to be wrapping around with that motor smoke, maybe into CT spawn, and that's going to actually draw out a bit of rotation. At the moment, SDK might be walking to his own demise. He's going to hear this at the stage. He's going to be instant as well. 4 people just gunning it into the B site, and Olivia needs to hold on right now, but there's just too many jumping Glock players for him to deal with. So he started off things quite well, but Beyond gets split apart. Now Summer and Dan King also looking to fight it out with these USPs as well.
Yeah, that was a tough one for Olivia. I don't think we can really say too much about that for him. Glocks jumping all over the place. Yeah. You know, these guys just move so quick. And that'll be that for the round. TYLOO should win it from here. Myrolls is not going to be given too many opportunities now that Attacker has spotted him out. Although Attacker gets a little bit lazy and decides that he wants to take a peek. I don't know that that's necessarily the start of anything here for Myrolls, but he seems to think that it might be as he starts to work his way up in toward the bomb site. Time would have run out anyway, and Summer is going to grab that headshot onto Myrolls. That's the end of the shenanigans. 1-0 favouring TYLOO. They pick up the pistol round win.
Yeah, first round goes their way. You love to see it. And now you see the buy-up for TYLOO looking to move into this anti-eco. Beyond do not actually invest in this second round buy, something that is quite popular on Inferno, as you can utilize those pistols in close range angles and smokes and HE grenades to be able to stall out pushes, chip damage, and you know, delay the Ts from pushing into sites on certain choke points. However, Beyond aren't interested in any of that. Instead, they want to buy into round number 3, which I don't know how much I like that. Often you do see that round number 3 buy. It's M4s with limited utility, which is, you know, something you need on Inferno, that utility. But they are walking into the stack here, TYLOO, so let's see if Beyond can swindle around away.
Yeah, he's definitely spotted out a few, and now they should realise the game's up, and TYLOO just go, yeah, let's just keep rolling forward. What's the worst that's going to happen against an AK? We'll just use our numbers. Well, that's the worst.
The worst did not happen. Just 1 kill. That's not too bad.
Actually, Olivia's gotten enough with those couple of kills to be able to buy himself an AWP if he wants it, whereas previously he might not have been able to afford it.
No, he's got an armor.
But he goes armor and goes for the AUG.
He protects his body, protects the noggin.
Protect your noggin.
Yep.
It's very important.
It's going to stop any pesky Map 10s or Galils getting a couple of fatal blows in there. Always sometimes worth 350 on these rounds, of course, as it looks like there's a bit of action that's going to be happening over in Nano.
Yeah, a lot of utility thrown in there and invested quite early from Beyond. HE nades being traded back and forth. That's an excellent double HE off of that little pillar there into Olof. Does a lot of damage there to TYLOO.
That's the start Beyond's looking for in a round like this, where someone's got an MP9, they don't have an AWP, it's not a perfect buy. The little advantages turn into bigger ones, and this might be evidence of that. STK, he can only manage to scrounge one together with the MP9. That probably is reasonable enough of a result for him. Grenade lands right on top of Olivia though, but puts him down to 34 only. The end of the world for him. Resmoke for CT as well. It's going to cost Beyond a little bit of time. But to be honest, they're waiting for that rotate to come in from KNTZ anyway before they execute out onto this one. And now it's time for some flashbangs to be thrown in. Do they go through? No, not off the back of those initial flashes, but they do still have a few available in the back pocket here.
No kit though, so they have to get these kills quite quickly. They need to be rolling forward into ball and getting rid of attacker, but there's miscommunication, and I don't know about time here.
I think they've got that.
Yeah, it's quite tight. I don't think they have it at all. The kit was lost and no one really retrieved it. Olivia picked it up, but it's too late. It's gone.
Yeah,
It's gonna explode.
Look, Beyond they actually tried to do something a little bit clever in that round. They had Mr. Olivia rotating in from jungle side and Myros actually rotate off. And the reason for that is you can actually look at the utility. This is Myros, he's got absolutely none over there. And Olivia's got a full belter utility. So they're actually trying to rotate an extra player onto that B site who has a full belter utility to continue stalling out the site. You've got more smokes and counter flashes to work with. The problem with that was you had Dan King just walk straight in and create the space there for TYLOO. Now the half buy in from beyond around that org. Gonna try and see if they can make something happen.
Couple of CZs as well as the Eagles in play, so definitely not the easiest round still for TYLOO to take. Their economy not completely stabilized just yet. Obviously, a lot of these rounds are becoming quite costly, and they are dropping quite a couple of weapons.
Yeah, TYLOO can't afford to be dropping the weapons in a round like this, to be honest. But there is big potential for them to do so.
Not a whole lot that Beyond have to use to delay TYLOO. There is still one smoke on the B-bomb site. One for A as well. At the moment, Beyond quite happy with the 3-2 split that they have established. Olivia's holding quite close behind the smoke, waiting for TYLOO to push through that. It doesn't look like they will be, though. At least not in the immediate future. And the smoke fades. That fades favorably for somebody. He has an AK, wins that duel comfortably, and time to go around the world for TYLOO. Difficult with the way that the current climate is, but they've managed to find a way. Smoke down from Myros. I don't think TYLOO's going to be too perturbed by that one, though. They do need to find a couple of players, and STK in dark will be checked. So that's good fundamentals from TYLOO, and the round will go their way.
It is indeed. And meanwhile, while these players save, I just wanted to show this utility set from somebody. It only takes one player to be able to throw the utility for your boiler player to come out of bracket. So you're going to see somebody... He's going to throw a smoke over there, then he's going to come and throw a flash and a Molotov up onto that position to allow Summer out of that boiler. So it's all just one utility set that you're going to see thrown here by somebody. There's the smoke onto jungle side, flash over the top, as well as the Molotov. Usually you see the Molotov thrown over from that side as well, or over the balcony over the top, but he just throws it on the fly from there, so... Do only need that one player supporting to be able to get that boiler player out. I mean, it's a pretty common utility set nowadays, usually thrown from the balcony, but just in case you hadn't seen it, it is something that is quite common, quite popular. I feel like nowadays, there's very few nades on Inferno that haven't really been seen before.
I'd agree with that sentiment.
A lot of map control protocols have kind of been 100%ed at this point.
I'd like to see something, like, I don't know. I think it's a case of we'll have to kind of see the next big tournament where maybe the next major there's going to be a huge innovation or something that we haven't seen before coming out from teams, especially on Inferno. You're looking at your teams kind of like Astralis or maybe even like a Complexity at the moment to try to figure out exactly, you know, there could be a bit of a change in terms of how an execute's going to play out or what utility is going to be used. But the buy around from Beyond, it's just going to be an exploit up top brackets over here.
Very quick one. A lot of utility pressure from TYLOO, but they haven't quite committed to the site now. Starting to go up dig.
But Olivia's in position right now, ready to dance around with the orb. He's doing a lot of damage, eventually traded out. KNTZ still trying to dance around the edge of the smoke, not giving an opportunity. Out comes the progressive smoke at balcony as well. And now the rifle's really starting to strike. Beyond just trying to stay hidden for now, just trying to be very pesky, but slowly is going to be found eventually by KNTZ, who's able to find the timing, works it quite nicely. Still very, very paranoid about the smoke for now, but somebody I think has missed that window of opportunity, and there you have it, KNTZ using that pit position with the orb quite nicely to put the first buy round for Beyond on the board.
Nice work. They needed a sort of a round here or there, so it's good to see them getting one online. And hopefully we'll be able to back that up with the couple because TYLOO are going to be back with a vengeance. They've got a buy still.
Yeah.
It's not going to get easier for Beyond.
Yeah. It's interesting what I saw from TYLOO in that last round. Like, they really did just kind of stop in the mid-round there. The way it looks like it will be the take towards Banana here. Very, very quick stuff from SDK going straight down. It is the 1-for-1, but DanKing capitalizes, gets to pick on my rolls there. So all things considered, it's favouring TYLOO. Also, now that KNTZ loses that duel in apartments, just QQ and Olivia out on an island each towards B and towards A.
Yam stacking toward the A-bomb site. Might actually work out for Beyond right now. Olivia's going to get himself a freebie on too slowly, and QQ also catches Summer. Now TYLOO's going to book it over to B, but so is Beyond. So it's a mind game. Are they going B? Are we going B because they're going B? But are they going B because they think we're going B?
We're all going B, Jordan.
They're all going B.
Except for DanKing.
Oh,
hello, Molly.
That Molly actually spreads.
Oh.
Oh, it takes down somebody.
Get on the defuse, boys. He's over on A.
They're not going to expect
don't know
DanKing
that.
coming in from CT spawn. Surely you don't. Even if you look at that plan, I don't know where you're going to be expecting DanKing.
Oh, Olivia. He's big-brained. You can see he's scoping back towards that side. He knows it's an open plant. The open plant makes it so obvious, and they've cleared out the back of the site now. He's going to scope on CT spawn. Hard commit. They can't be sure of this. He could be Ruins or Nana. They haven't cleared it.
Oh,
Olivia, he's
wow.
big-brained it. You love to see it. He's so aware. That's beautiful. And 2v4 goes the way of Beyond, and that is off the back of a similar thing that we saw from TYLOO in that last round. It's the inability to trade out onto that A site. I just wanted to highlight this, like, hold on, we'll have a look at this little fact here. DanKing and KNTZ, they're both playing quite well for their teams. You love to see it.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely the case there.
Well, it is the Deagles here for TYLOO, so we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll hold on to my little skyboxing, but take a look at that in a minute. And that's exactly why. That's exactly
disgusting.
why. Other teams, I would be like, nah, let's take a look at skybox. But TYLOO with Deagles, you seriously can't take it for granted. The amount of times that these guys win with pistols is ridiculous.
Yeah. And the amount of times they did it on Mirage was ridiculous. Might have been the straw that broke the camel's back for Beyond. And it could be again on Inferno if DanKing gets his way. He's only able to get a 1-for-1. QQ is well established to deal with the rest of the push, but he can't. Slowly hits the head, and is it happening again, fellas? It might just be. They've got guns in hand now. They've got the A-bomb site. They can get the bomb plant down. And they have the numbers advantage.
Did somebody just go back and just... He's playing... Oh my goodness. He's just going, yeah, I'm not going to really go plant the bomb. He's just going to play games right now with my rolls. And I don't know if these are games that you should be playing. He's finally going to head over to the A side, but this is starting to get... I don't know what's going on with this round. Some are now looking to apply pressure onto SDK.
Myrolls, he's coming around the backside. He might actually find a good timing here, but the off angle from Summer is fantastic.
I feel like I'm being trolled right now watching this game.
Wow. TYLOO win that round with Deagles. That is why I did not throw it to the skybox segment, boys.
Literally, somebody is like, I know there's this player probably at library because it's being locked away. So he just keeps dancing around Diggity. I don't know what to even say. Somebody's just dancing there, just going, yeah, cool. Got the bomb.
Where's the tack pause? There's been no tack pauses.
There's no pause in the go train from TYLOO.
Another force in from Beyond. They got the AWP on Olivia. They got the Alligator on KNTZ. He's going to be using that toward carpet side.
Good spot.
Wow. Olivia just sees that Fnatic smoke and knows someone's going to try and get cheeky through it.
Of course, it has to be DanKing as well.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Could have been somebody.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? What do you mean?
Somebody's chilled out a little bit, I reckon. I think he's chilled out and he started to let DanKing do his job.
Look at him, he's throwing grenades now.
I know, exactly. And actually, from memory, if we go and look at the stats, he's the player that's been using the most grenades for TYLOO. He's got, I think, the most flash assists from anyone.
So Summer's just hopped out of balcony and just gone back through mid. Just wanted to point that out as well. You don't normally say that a lot of the time. TYLOO's flashbangs were too good. Now they're going to head back to B. Only one person over here, which is going to be Olivia. Smoke and flashbang to work with alongside with the scope, but he's going to be mollied out.
Rotation does come in from QQ, but he doesn't have any supporting util at all for Olivia. Can't even flash him onto a line, and that will be to the detriment of Olivia, who had to work through his own smoke to try and challenge.
No utility, or limited utility on the retake here from Beyond. They're going to molly in towards that emo corner. There's two TYLOO players there. They're both going to get flushed out. Oh, it's failed.
It's missed.
He's missed it. And they've given up on the retake. Oh my god, Beyond. Oh, that is so unfortunate. Alright, well, as they're saving, let's have a look at Mr. Summer getting flashed out of apartments here by Attacker. Myrolls is full white. And he just runs back into middle. And we go very much later into that round. Who was it that had the Molotov? I think it was Mr. Myrolls. See if we can find it. Or was it Myrolls? Maybe it was somebody else. I saw someone just throw it a second ago. It's STK. Alright, let's see it. He's got blocked by his teammate.
Oh no.
He's been blocked by his teammate. And he can't throw the Molotov for emo corner. No. That's so unfortunate. That's the first time I've caught like a misplay like that in Skybox.
Well, many more I'm sure you'll find over the course of this tournament.
I mean, I'm hoping not, but...
Alligator for KNTZ.
Oh! Summer. He thought he was going to get away with the same shenanigans as last round. Go on another adventure, but not this time.
Bang, bang. All right, where does TYLOO go now? Because if they're going into the B bomb site, they are going to have a bit of a handful to deal with.
Oh, the Alligator from KNTZ. He's got a smoke to drop as well. Myrolls even softening them up. So the Alligator from KNTZ can get chomping.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
Yes!
It's going chomping at the moment, that's for sure.
Only the one kill.
That's just put an entire dent. They don't really want to push forward in that, but Attacker has. SDK looking to push his way through the smoke, but DanKing's actually the one to find a bit of the opener, and Myrolls trying to pull down. They're just playing whack-a-mole at the moment. KNTZ, not going to work. DanKing's really come out on top through the edge of the smoke. He's really been the linchpin. He's pushing forward to the garden as well. He's just clotheslining people at the moment.
Pilsy can't believe what he's watching right now.
Attacker's just gotten off the bomb plant. QQ's able to spray through. What is this round? DanKing, surely he can't get another smoke kill.
Surely. Oh, that was so close.
He's just pushing still. He's still pushing. But DanKing is ready to just stabilize the situation.
So what does DanKing's POV look like in all of these smokes is what I'm wondering. How much of this does he actually see? Just look at this chaos. He's playing around the smoke. That's a nice quick scope through the smoke. He refreshes the smoke. That's a look. It says they're smoke kills, but actually he's seeing a lot of those frags there and just reacting very quickly with some very, very solid AWPing. So a massive 4K, I think it was, from DanKing. 3 or a 4K with that AWP to keep TYLOO alive in a 3-on-5 situation. And when I say keep TYLOO alive, they're actually up 7-2 on this T side, really cruising along nicely here. That was a great little sequence from DanKing.
So Beyond taking Nana control here, as TYLOO just going to head straight up to top brackets instead. Olivia deciding just to hold off in his fire, but he's just caught out in no man's land. And just like that, 2 picks roll in the favor of TYLOO. It's Attacker and DanKing combining forces, and now QQ trying to just stay hidden. Nice little transition, still keeping heads down, trying to do his best to buy time, but just no other reinforcements at the ready.
That was pretty sick from QQ though. I don't know if it's put Beyond into a winnable position, unfortunately. Attacker just gets the timing onto STK, and Myrolls, well, he'll walk out from Carpet and get a double kill. Hang on a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Attacker has to pick up the pace just a little bit. Prepared, though, for the stick, and that will still be around for TYLOO. Even though it goes a little bit closer than they might have liked it to have.
I do actually remember. This was when I was still back at Blacktown.
I don't remember that.
This was a long time ago.
Why? Where was my invite? I was in Sydney, I think, in 2014.
That was at one of the CG. You were staying at the hotel with Steve
Actually,
at
no,
the time.
I would have been in 2016. I moved in 2016. But I would have liked to have come over and hang out with the boys. Actually, was that... I don't know if...
That was the CG Nats at the time. So that was when we
Yeah.
were still at the... And you were staying at, I think, the place. I mean, we were talking about, like,
Wait,
history here, and QQ's just killed someone. He's killed somebody.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
He's ended a whole lineage.
It's Text Guy, right, today, not Text Girl.
Yes.
I think... I wonder if that was the one where we had dinner together. He'll let me know after, in the next break, I'm sure. It was me and Mike Sart and Sandman, I think, and Text Guy. Before he was Text Guy. Anyways, 4 on 3. So far, so good actually for Beyond. They might be able to salvage something here. Big spray from the MP9. That's gone a little bit awry for KNTZ, but at least he did damage to Attacker and QQ. Again, through the smoke.
They're about to lose against another eco. Or almost lose. Open the scout retake. They know he's low. They just got to get a bullet into him. Just one bullet. That's all they need.
Drops the molly, so they can't push, but Olivia's good enough. That was a sharp shot initially from Attacker. Holy cow. Here comes the defuse.
Good crack by
Slow
Attacker.
and steady wins the race, boys.
Call him a cracker, because he's cracked.
Cracked as he's jacked.
Quite jacked, I think. He's got that alpha stance. Oh, that was perfect. Do you see how good that run boost was?
I mean, the shot was better.
Sharp shooting with the scout. That gets Beyond a third round on the board. Not in a convincing fashion. Just in one of those messy rounds where TYLOO has just let their foot off the gas pedal a little bit, and it's a bit miscellaneous. But hey, it's a round, and now Beyond with a much better buy than the T's heading into round number 12. Aggression from QQ is punished by somebody, though. A Galil winning a duel versus an Org. And most of TYLOO sizing up this position towards second mid. To potentially pick up the pace towards that A bomb site. Meanwhile, though, Beyond have secured banana control and they've left STK there. So my role's going to try and get a wriggle on back towards this A site. You can see the delaying utility from Beyond. They've dropped both of their mollies trying to buy time for my roles to get here, and he has just made it here in time, I think.
A lot of presence right now from TYLOO in the boiler position. But Olivia looking to make this mid-round play. Doesn't work out for him. Dan King has really been tearing it up so far this series. Situation just gone for worse for Beyond.
Yeah, it has. They haven't really been able to get too much done on this CT side, though, to be fair, they also didn't get too much done on the Mirage CT side. They were pretty good on the T there. I don't know that you can necessarily write them off the base of just one half. Especially with how this series has gone so far. We've seen 4 really one-sided halves. And, I mean, technically now 5, I guess, since this is the 5th half, and it is quite one-sided so far. Just seems to be one of those days. It's an interesting stack here from Beyond. It doesn't look like TYLOO are going to fall for it. They've got full control of the B bomb site, and Dan King is rushing his way there. He doesn't really have too much time to get the bomb down, but he will just in time.
Gotten it close.
Yeah. Maybe a bit too close for comfort. This is pretty painful for Beyond, though. Myrol's, I think, has been spotted. Now he has, definitely. Attacker gets that done. And no gun save for them either, which will continue to compound the issues on the CT side with the money.
Actually, interesting to note. Oh, there you go. The Cyber Gamer Land. That is a site
That's
that
right.
I haven't heard in a while.
Do you know what's actually hilarious? That lockup unit that we used to always go to. I passed by there because one of my friends lived near there now. I'm just like, geez, this brings back memories.
I don't even remember if I was doing that, Lion. I
You
think
were.
I might have just... Did I not come
Yeah.
for dinner? Because if I would have started at ESL, I don't think I did the CG lands after that. Maybe I did one more.
I think this is the beginning of 2014. I think the second one was kind of like when... I don't know, this is...
There were so many CG lands in Sydney that it literally could have been any of them. Those were the days. Were you the one that brought a white glove to the land, Kev?
This is a trick question.
No, I'm serious.
That's a Danny thing to do. That's
Someone
not a,
brought a white glove. It was either you or DEFCON. I'm pretty sure it was.
It might have been Demi, to be honest. Oh, XM doesn't work out for KNTZ. Honestly, XM has been pretty rough so far this entire series. It's really not worked out.
It's almost like it's not a good weapon.
Don't let MC hear that. He's not going to be happy
I
hearing
know
it.
he's in the chat, or he was before.
But I'm not afraid.
Sorry, MC.
Don't hit me.
Refreshing the smoke, trying to draw out the aggression from Beyond over here at the B site, but in reality, there's actually no one at home for now. I mean, QQ and Olivia managed to make their way across, but there's an Ola re-smoke, a couple of flashbangs as Summer's getting the lurk done.
Yeah, it's really all just sort of falling by the wayside, isn't it, for Beyond?
Oh!
Tanking nearly does it again. Attack out will. He had a sneaking suspicion, that's for sure. TYLOO's up to 10. Double digits now achieved on the third map of Inferno. Oh, money's decent for Beyond at least, but how much of a silver lining really is that?
Well, TYLOO up 10-3. I think it is pretty safe to say that this game is kind of going by the wayside for Beyond. They are going to get a bye here, but if this doesn't go well for them, and again, it's the XM investment from KNTZ, if this doesn't go well for them, then their money's going to be pretty cooked heading into the next round. That might even be a 12-3 for TYLOO. Again, banana control being attempted here. Attacker, he's copped a couple of grenades. Is still trying to fight over the top of the smoke, though.
Beyond's not running too short on util early on in the moment, but it's a good frag. Myrolls gets attacker through the smoke. Already a player advantage for Beyond in this round, and they might be able to start to build off the back of it, but TYLOO has a plan B by the looks of things. As soon as they lose that player, they're starting to spring into action, creeping towards brackets. They've cleared that now. Where do they turn from here?
They want to retake that banana control. Trying to call the bluff of Beyond, but Beyond, see, Myrol still has a smoke to fall back on. STK has a counter flash, and he's playing on top of second oranges. So Myrol's just shoulder spotting as soon as he gets contact.
Oh,
Never
what?
mind. Somebody's made contact with him. He's made contact with his head, and now STK has to hold on.
He's going to get the first easily, but jumping around, that's not going to help him out. Slowly puts him to bed, no problems at all. QQ spamming through the glass. He's going to have a bit of success and actually finishes off Summer, whom was the player that he had tagged down a little bit prior. But two players is enough, and if Danking's going to hit shots like that, then it certainly will be. 2 on 2. They know Danking's position roughly, but he's actually gotten back across to Dark. He's going to play ballsy like slowly is watching the crossfire angle. Here comes one. QQ's down, and KNTC luckily wins the duel for Beyond, getting them the round, but only just.
That shot from somebody was filthy. Absolutely filthy. Well, Beyond keep themselves alive and give themselves a much better buy into this round. AWP gets retained by KNTZ, and he will be able to buy himself a rifle. The rest of the lads will probably have to go down to Famis's and MP9 with a util, though. And TYLOO going to have no problem reinvesting in this round. So Beyond giving themselves a shot at 5, which I feel like would be a much more respectable scoreline than getting 12-3 to 11 forward.
At least it's something to work with.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess 4 is also something to work with, but 4's better than 5.
Technically, is 0-1 something to work with or not?
No, because 0 is nothing.
But only 1 is something to work with.
1 for 1. And banana control still not really there for TYLOO. I'll have to expend a bit of util or time to take that, or just forget about it altogether and walk toward A, which is where Olivia's holding with an AWP. So maybe that was an ill-advised decision for them. Numbers advantage rests on the shoulders of the CT side, but not for long. Danking also chiming in with the AWP, and that's the end of Olivia. KNTC holding stoically on the bomb site, gets the backup of QQ, but not for long, and he doesn't manage to do anything else either way. It's 3-on-1, and STK, he has to go for this now. It's the last round of the half, but he's too busy playing chicken in the underpass.
Has to try to find a window of opportunity here, but I just don't think it's possible. No kit. Oh, he does have a kit at the very least to work with, but he has to hope that TYLOO makes a bit of a blunder. That's not happening. Dan King is just training the AWP right on his position. And there you have it. That's going to be half for TYLOO. 11-4. Looks pretty familiar for the score lines over here. Are going to be going into the final half most likely. Can Beyond fight back one more time, or is it just a little bit too little too late?
Introduce me, I'm the renegade. Ooh, every single night, I crave the taste. It's the adrenaline running through my game. It gets me high, high, high. Got no time to time for small talk. I tell you the truth, I'm fast at you. I'ma tell you the truth, not in it to lose, just fast at you. Look into my eyes, I'm not afraid. Take over my mind till it fades, like a medicine. It keeps me safe.
A big first half scoreline for TYLOO as they get themselves their second 11-4 half of the series. The first was on Nuke. They didn't manage to convert that into a map win, but they are looking quite fine to do that on Inferno, a map that we know they play well. Nuke certainly had a few reservations around that one. So this should be TYLOO's map done and dusted as long as they don't let anything too crazy slip in the second half. But stranger things have happened. Beyond are still going to be desperate to cause the upset today.
Not causing any upsets if Dan King swing like that alongside with Summer, but they both copped the dink for their troubles, and now the A-side attack is probably going to commence.
Yeah, Dan King just trying to be as sneaky as possible. Sticks around half a second too long. Leaves it up to Slowly, who will also get run over. And it's almost feeling like the exact same pistol round that we watched from TYLOO. They've gone around the world. They're into the B bomb site, jumping up and down with the Glocks and checking everywhere on their way. they'll get the bomb down here. But it's not the end of the round just yet. A 3-on-4 for the retake, and somebody is pretty sharp. Hits a shot there. STK low, gets another. QQ down now, and it's just 2. Somebody might get them all on his own. Oh, nearly. He just walked into the site. It was like 1v4. Don't even worry
Where's
about
the
it.
rest of his team? Like, neither of the TYLOO players were anywhere bloody near him. They're just still retaking in through Banana now.
He doesn't need help, Pilski.
Olivia still has a chance in this one. Planted for him.
Oh!
The double swing, a headshot into Summer, the flashbang as well. Time is starting to tick away, and attack up. Not going to be able to defuse in time. Has to go for the hunts. Olivia's done well enough to buy another pistol round for Beyond. So somebody's heroics, unfortunately, not enough for TYLOO. That was a nice bit of shooting, but unfortunately, just maybe a little bit too enthusiastic in the last member. Jeez, that was clean from somebody. Olivia does one better, stabilizes.
Forced buy in here from TYLOO. In direct contrast to Beyond, they want to go for that second round buy as opposed to the third round buy. Use those pistols and armor to great effectiveness. Very limited grenades though. None of those smokes to be able to delay. Mostly just firepower, a couple HE nades, maybe a flash, but that's about it. So Beyond, this is where they can showcase their proficiency with the utility on the T side of Inferno and actually out-util to win the round. Never
Pilski,
mind.
remember which team we're talking about right now with the Deagles. TYLOO.
Somebody's got a FAMAS.
I'd rather have a Deagle.
I know. I'd agree with you on that one,
Have a
Jordan.
Deagle and grenades. You would rather have an XM, Kevin.
I'd show you how to use it. MC would agree with me. I'd just actually get a Mag 7. Much more cost efficient.
I'd
at the
rather
end
have
of
an
the day.
MP7. MP7.
Not an MP9?
No, MP7 alpha male style. Only true alphas use the MP7.
Only true alphas hit F2 when it's 14-14
Exactly.
in a grand final. Here's a B execute from Beyond to try to get their way out of a bad situation.
Slowly's gone down. Nice bit of utility to push him off, and somebody flashbang for quite a while, just holding his fire, but STK is going to check it at the right time. So, Mars is going to be dropped down. And I think for TYLOO here, the game might just be to save. Danking's in apartments. He's already just completely out of it. He's just going, yeah, just kind of chilling over here. Summer just looking to do a little bit more damage if he can. But you can see Beyond just utilizing the Mac 10s to kind of clear the space instead.
This was a pretty interesting approach from the boys over on Beyond. They did what we like to call a double pump, which is where you throw the first wave of utility. You can see the smokes into CT and towards coils there. And they actually wait for a response from the CTs, and when it doesn't come out, a little bit of time elapses. They actually re-execute, where they throw these same smokes again for the second time, and then go into the site, which, there you go, there's the second wave of the execute. They really layered their flashbangs nicely as well, getting into their that site. So, for anyone who is not familiar with the CS terminology, that's what a double pump is. It's where you execute the same site twice.
Yep. I'm a big fan of double pumping myself.
Double pumping yourself.
Yep.
Very interesting, Jordan. Not sure if it's broadcast appropriate, but thanks for letting us know.
I mean, it did come out wrong. I didn't intend it to go that way, but sometimes it happens. There's another investment into a P250 that seems to have paid off for somebody. He's got a Mac 10 now. Beyond making this one look a little bit closer than it seemed it might be going into the second half, but they are also having some trouble getting through these rounds cleanly. So it makes me think that when TYLOO gets to the gun rounds, once they've got the orbs, the util, blah, 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 they are looking okay still to clean this up. And doing so much work with the Deagles.
Yeah, but Beyond just won a round from a man deficit up against the Pistols. Surely they can do it again. QQ, speaking of Deagles, he just leaves the Mac 10 by the wayside. 1B's the player in coils. This fight in towards Banana going to be quite key here.
QQ doesn't peek on the back of that flashbang. It comes down to patience between both sides, and I think QQ might just get the better of it. TYLOO just not pushing in time, and slowly can't flick away in time. QQ is able to go on top.
That's insane patience from QQ. That smoke comes down into retake Nana. Most players would just turn around and focus on that smoke, thinking the retake's only coming through CT. A nice exit from attacker. And he might actually get SDK killed to the bomb here as well. Oh, he's gotten away just fine there.
SDK's gone down
somebody
to the Mac 10, though. Which is actually a little nice pickup for somebody. The SMG kill, it's a bit of extra cash, which is always nice to have.
Somebody ran all the way around the map, all the way through Speedway. While attacker was going for those exits, one step ahead. Fiending with the Mac 10 to get himself a frag. Here's the buy here for TYLOO. This game's actually kind of low-key getting close. If Beyond had managed to get themselves another gun round, they could reset that CT economy, and all of a sudden they're sort of within touching distance of double digits. Smoke exchange between both teams. Beyond, they're going to go straight through it off the back of the flash from Olivia.
Yeah, Summer posting on the angle, spray down. This grenade will do a lot of damage, but it's not going to keep Summer alive. At least he grabs a kill. Wow. That is a very sharp shot from KNTZ, and Beyond just roll into the A bomb site, basically bully TYLOO out of their own site. And now they win the round. They're up to 8. They're going to make this one close, fellas.
Oh my god, KNTZ just hit the nuttiest shot, dude.
Alongside with Marls.
Yeah, like look at this shot from KNTZ on the exit. Oh, hold on, yeah.
Hold up.
Well, somebody's just drive-by'd him. Anyway, check out this shot on the entry from KNTZ. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, jeez.
That's disgusting.
He gets a second one as well.
He gets another one, yeah, towards Moto. Probably should have showed that, but that's ridiculous. Pops up on top of the barrel and just 1B's attacker. Sick raw adjustment. Disgusting entries from Beyond. Myrals gets 2, KNTZ hits that shot and then gets another one in Moto, and that's the sight for Beyond.
That's
and
4 people from TYLOO there as well.
Yeah. And now you're looking at TYLOO. They're kind of sort of trying to put the pieces together in this round. Are they buying or are they not buying? I think they're just evening up their money at around 2K. Dan King's sitting at 2.7 so he can make sure he has an AWP in the next round. So this is like the kind of round where TYLOO's sort of investing, giving themselves a decent shot at winning it, but they're more so saving for the next round.
Sending it fast in the B site, and somebody's going to land a nice little flick, and slowly playing at the edge. He's now retrieved the rifle, but just can't really bring it out in time. And Beyond just down to, just has to stop in the middle of nowhere. And somebody...
Can't see this going too well for Beyond, although they do have a smoke at least that they can use to re-smoke CT if so desired, but they're not going to be given the chance. TYLOO get up to 12, and it's just one of the rounds that Beyond really can't afford to lose. Very similar to the rounds they lost on Mirage.
That is literally the same scoreline they did that on Mirage, where it's just, they decide to full send it into the B site, they go against a full buy, and somebody just puts on a bit of a small clinic there, really.
They say history repeats itself.
Rush in the B bomb site anti-eco when they've been slowly and methodically working their way through the round almost every other time.
Wait, that literally sounds like what you could have said about Mirage as well.
And now they're just
rushing A
into mid, and I just don't like this.
Oh,
They're taking so much util damage. They're trying to push forward. But Dan, oh my goodness, QQ responds pretty well. How are they getting these kills through the edge of the smoke?
Oh,
it's
the
really
bomb.
shut it down, but the bomb I think has fallen back into safety.
Yeah.
Don't stress just yet.
Probably is just around the corner, retrievable. Slowly is going to come forward behind the smoke. They also have to be aware of somebody coming in from behind. It's just all over the place. Beyond, they don't have the aim jewels right now. They don't have the angles right now. And slowly comes up with a good few kills in a critical round. 13 for TYLOO, and they creep
Beyond.
closer.
Look at their money. It is absolutely cooked. It is beyond cooked. They're all sitting like 2 to 3K in the bank.
Yeah. Well. There's going to be a tactical pause for Beyond. They will have a bit of a think about what they want to be doing here. Starting to run out of rounds. I mean, the half's been okay for them so far. 4 in a row, then they've lost 2. Get another 4 in a row. That'd be nice. But not with this buy, surely. In fact, it might not be a buy.
Can't really afford to. Just going to allow TYLOO up to that sort of 14-8 scoreline, which, I mean, we've seen Beyond come back from almost every single map, so no reason they can't do it now. In fact, they're not going to save. They're going to try and force their way out of a bad situation. Here's Galils and Pistols with the one Mackie on KNTZ. And Beyond, it looks like already in towards second mid, might be posturing for a Carpets explosion or maybe taking late Banana control. Seems like the latter, maybe. Double setup in Carpets from TYLOO and Banana control. Dan King trying to assert dominance because he knows he's got the superior weapon.
Well,
Feels bad.
that's a
He's
pretty
dead.
rough one, yeah.
Yeah. Can't do much with the Mac 10 in that situation, and now Beyond. Man disadvantage. They're quite split up at this point. 2 players in Carpets, 2 players in Banana. They still got to make their way through 2 AWPs, both Danking and somebody posted it on various lines. Danking gets 1 tag on QQ, and somebody connects as well. Attackers naded somebody, Summer somehow. Would love to go back and have a look at that, and I might just do it.
Yeah, I guess that's something to keep an eye on.
Somebody's literally just triple peeking. He's going to re-peek again. He's just...
He's aim
Oh my
pracking.
goodness, this is literally just like peek somebody at the moment. He's just like, you're not killing me, so I'm just going to quadruple peek you until you die.
It is peak somebody. It's 3 peak somebody. QQ's doing work though with this deagle. Hang on.
Oh
Ooh.
my goodness. I was about
Slowly was low.
Somebody literally throws his AWP and is just running in with the pistol.
Why not?
This is entertaining, but I don't know. It's also leading to bad habits, I feel like. That's 1. Second peak. The 3rd peak. The 4th peak. 5. 6.
And now we have learned to count.
He just doesn't stop. He just keeps swinging. It's like he just doesn't care at this stage.
Just like what Finding Dory says in that movie. Just keep swinging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. Easy. 14-8. It's slipping away from Beyond. Slowly, but definitely is. They've been in the series for the majority of it.
Again, it's just a low buy against a double AWP setup with no flashbangs and no semblance of pace from Beyond. Of course, they're going to be losing free picks throughout the map. They got 3 grenades. They're rubbing their last couple of grenades together to get anything done. They're going to smoke jungle side, but they're not doing anything at this point. They're sort of just meandering around in towards second middle. They don't have any semblance of map control. Suddenly, finally, somebody says, let's do something, and smoke goes onto Moto, and they're going to start crab walking back through B, but you're looking at this setup from TYLOO. Dan King's on the line slowly. Was hiding behind sandbags, but as the time starts to slow down towards the 40-second mark, they're actually going to fall back into more passive positions. Dan King still has a molly. Slowly is going to sit at new box with this flashbang pinned, ready to counter flash as soon as the push comes in.
Yeah, and Danking's been pretty sharp as well. He actually misses that flick though, and the counter flash comes a little too late to save him, but slowly is doing enough himself. 3-man spray down, all headshots, no problems there at all. KNTZ cops a shot through the smoke into his leg, and somebody he doesn't seem afraid at all. He's going to keep spamming through, keep spamming through. He goes through. What is that?
Oh no!
The man has just bunny hopped through the smoke and presumably booked him in the face with the AWP. It wasn't a no-scope though.
It doesn't matter at that stage. What do you even say about that?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Into the mind of somebody.
Oh no.
So filthy.
Oh, he's got full confidence knowing it's small T8. He's got a teammate behind him, and they're swinging down mid at the moment. You can't be doing this to Beyond, TYLOO.
Yeah, I think TYLOO have just said, you know what, screw this, we want to go to bed.
Slowly he's in apartments. He's sussing out his new place of residence right now. He's pushed all the way through. He's in KNTZ's head.
There's a shot through from the Mac
Oh.
10. A couple of kills, actually, for my rolls, but is he going to win the round? No, he's not. The grenade, another anti-climax, but either way, TYLOO are going to be happy with the result today. That's another win for them, 2-1, and they'll progress through the upper